It's sometimes a very difficult task for a novice NFL bettor to assess a game when a starting quarterback for one team has been ruled out early in the week, and it creates a subsequent huge line move. And that's exactly the case that we're going to talk about today in the Tampa Bay Bucks and the New Orleans Saints game that goes 1 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. Before I get to that, folks, just a friendly reminder, there's a like button underneath. And why should you hit that like button? Well, folks, you know what? Since week 3 of the NFL now, on this channel with my NFL free pick videos, we're now 12-1 over that course of time, including last night's winner with the San Francisco 49ers, who won and covered wire to wire at Seattle last night. And boy, oh boy, it doesn't get any better than that. But I don't want to star on my forehead because that's what I'm supposed to do, folks. It's my profession. It's what I do for a living, and I'm here to help you. So, but I do ask a small favor is you hit that like button as a small token of your appreciation for the time, work, and effort I put into bringing you a quality podcast each and every day, each and every week. Also, you'll see a subscribe button right underneath. If you hit that, it's absolutely free to do so. You'll be subscribed to Wager Talk TV, and you'll be privy to some of the best sports betting experts in all the world right here on Wager Talk TV. And while you're at it, after you subscribe, go into your YouTube settings and click on the alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV, and you'll be notified immediately upon any of our great content going up on our great channel. Subscribe and like. Thank you. All right, let's get to the game. Tampa Bay has gone from a 2.5-point underdog to a 3.5-point favorite after on Monday we find out that Derek Carr, who went out of Monday night's game late in the fourth quarter, has been ruled out for anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, is what I saw in the latest report, with an oblique injury. And that moved the line from New Orleans being a 2.5-point favorite to being a 3.5-point dog. And I think it's justified because there's certain situations I wouldn't think it's justified. For example, if you had a veteran backup quarterback like Joe Flacco that Indianapolis has or Cleveland had last year, he's proven, as even in a backup role, that he could come in and you could win with him and win at a high rate. But having said that, that's not the case here with the New Orleans Saints. They're going to be going with second-year quarterback Jake Haener out of Fresno State. Haener made his first ever NFL appearance in last Monday night's loss at Kansas City. After Carr went down, he came in. He went 2 for 7 for 17 yards, and it will be his first ever NFL start. So again, I'm not saying that Haener won't succeed at the NFL level, but he's an unproven commodity, and it's a whole different story than the one I described with like a Joe Flacco. We'll see what happens. I like Jake Haener at Fresno State, and he might turn into a very serviceable quarterback. He may even turn into a starter someday. But right now, I have nothing to go on with that. And this is a tough situation for him because this is a New Orleans team that's reeling right now. After getting off to a 2-0 start, they've lost their last 3. And that 2-0 start, they put up 40 points or more on each occasion and wins over Carolina and at Dallas. But over the last 3 weeks, all losses, the Saints offense is averaging just 16 points and 268 yards per game. That's not going to put you in a great position to win. Tampa Bay is coming off a heartbreaking 36-30 overtime loss at Atlanta, and that dropped their season record to 3-2. The Bucks were winning that game 30-27, and Atlanta's field goal kicker, I believe, kicked a 53-yard field goal, if I'm not mistaken, on the last play of regulation time. Atlanta won the coin flip for overtime. They elected to receive, and they went right down the field and scored a touchdown. So Tampa Bay did not have an offensive possession, while Atlanta was able to put 2 offensive possessions together and score 9 points to secure the win. That Atlanta loss last Thursday night, a week ago, Thursday, is significant from a rest standpoint. I mean, Tampa Bay's coming off a Thursday night game, and they're facing a New Orleans team that's coming off a road game this past Monday night at Kansas City. So, on top of everything else for New Orleans, they're going to have 4 less days of rest compared to Sunday's opponent in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, like I said, a very good 3-2 team. I say that because the wins have been quality ones. They defeated Detroit at Detroit. They knocked off a very good Philadelphia team who's better than their 2-2 record may indicate. And also, it didn't look like a great win on opening day against Washington. But who would have thought that since that win against Washington, the Commanders have won 4 in a row, and they're now 4-1. So those 3 wins came over teams that are combined 9-4 right now. Also, you look at New Orleans wins. They came against Carolina, who's really struggling to start the season, and Dallas, who is 3-2, but a shaky 3-2 at that. Those 2 teams have a combined 4-6 record. Tampa Bay has gone 3-1 against New Orleans over the last 2 seasons, and that includes 2-0 when traveling to New Orleans. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Bucks here. I'm going to lay the 3.5 on the road at New Orleans on Sunday. Couple more things of note. Folks, I have a 4% best bet in college football on Saturday, just $25. And why do I point that out, and why should you buy it? Quite simply put, I'm 10-0 with my last 10 college football 4% best bets. Also, folks, the last 4 Sundays in college football, I'm a red hot 16-5. And also, folks, since December 3rd of 2022, my college football premium paid selections at Wager Talk are a red hot 110-69. That's a 60% win rate. And over that course of time, it's produced a net profit by our grading system of $9,082, which ranks number 1 during that course of time in college football with regards to money earned in terms at Wager Talk. So, and that's a feather in my cap, and I'm very humbled by that because there's a lot of very, very good, sharp sports betting experts on our roster over at Wager Talk. My NFL got off to a slow start with my premium picks, but over the last 2 Sundays, 5-1-1 with my NFL premium picks, including last Sunday, a 4% best bet on the New York Giants, who were a 6.5-point road underdog at Seattle and defeated the Seahawks 29-20 outright. So a lot of good things happened. Major League Baseball postseason has been going for a little bit now, and 5-2 this postseason, 18-13 over the last 2 postseasons, and over the last 2 postseasons, a net profit of over $1,700. So again, folks, you can get some of my subscription plans. Invest a little bit of money to make a lot, $99 for a 7-day package. As I alluded to, you can get my next 60 days in all sports for $398. And also, if you want to go even further, you can get a 90-day package. I believe it's $849 is the price on that. Don't quote me, but it's in the $800 to $900 range. When you break it down, how much you're getting on a daily basis, it's dirt cheap for that type of investment based on all the results I just recited to you. Don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Until the next time, take care and God bless, folks.